All right, hello and welcome to Swing It and Ding It, an iHeartMedia podcast.
Man, this is a birdie fest.
It's a Philly show, baby.
Let's go.
That's right. Welcome into Swing It and Ding It, an iHeartMedia podcast. This is Moose along with Mays and Matthews, and we are sponsored by Bet Parx. We'll see the line. Buy my balls. Harry Mays, people might be buying their balls after the water hazards at the 3M Open. Is that what I'm hearing?
27 water hazards on that golf course.
Sheesh.
Sure.
Need some scuba divers.
Right.
Need some scuba divers out there. Wear SPF and, of course, Rita's. Stop by Rita's today and try the new Rocket Pop Ice. And we are lucky enough to be joined by a person who made some noise over in Ireland last week, Ryggs Johnston. Ryggs, welcome to Swing It and Ding It.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. So we like to talk about the golf journey here on our show, and yours is fascinating, right? I mean, Libby, Montana, where you are now, you go on the PGA Tour Americas, DP World Tour, second start, you win the Australia Open, get into the Open. Just talk about the whirlwind that is your life in golf right now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I went from pretty much having nowhere to play to, last couple months of college, played good enough to have Canada status, and now I'm traveling the world 35 weeks probably out of the year, playing on the TP World Tour. So it's pretty crazy. A lot happened fast, between Q School and then the win in Australia, and still kind of learning out there, even though I won so early, but it just happened fast. And then you almost had to take a step back and be like, all right, it's not going to be like that, every week. You got to kind of get into the groove of things and, learn that way.
Well, Ryggs, Moose already mentioned that you played in your first major. Did you have a wow moment, whether it was like a shot or a pairing, the crowd taking that in? Like, what is something that will stick with you for a while from the Open?
On Tuesday we were playing a practice round and there was a weather delay and everyone was like supposed to leave the course, and I was on 9, so I just walked to the halfway house. Then a few minutes later, Scotty, Sam Burns, and Tony Finau showed up because they were playing their practice round and they were on hole 11 or 12 or something, and we just kind of hung out at the halfway house for about an hour and a half. So that was like a pretty cool moment. I was like, wow, I'm really out here with these guys. And then Saturday, that pairing with Xander, that was a lot of fun. He was such a great guy and a lot of fun to play with and talk to. But there was a lot of people following. Every time he walked up to a green, you get a lot of applause, and that was probably the coolest part about it.
Really cool. Yeah, I seen some of those photos of you and Xander walking, and looked like you guys were chatting it up. That's awesome.
Yeah, he was awesome.
When I'm playing on the DP World Tour, you're literally playing the world. I mean, these guys travel all over the place to golf courses that you've never played, and it's talk about the adjustments that you've had to make, not only just in the travel and setting all that up, and but then playing golf courses that you have no familiarity with.
Yeah, the travel's pretty hard. I'm getting kind of used to it, getting it dialed, learning from some of the other guys out there that have traveled to these places before. But that's just always going to be tough, no matter how long you're out there. As far as the golf courses, I think I'm pretty used to playing courses that I don't know. Most tournaments that I've played in my life have been at golf courses that I'd never played before that week. So I think it'll definitely be a little easier next year when I've seen some of them. But if you play good, you're usually able to figure out a golf course in a few days leading up to it. Just some of the places that we go to, it's every place is so different. I feel like in America and maybe on the PGA, they play a lot of courses that are, pretty similar style, But on this tour, you just go to places that are completely different, whether it's a golf course or it's just the place itself. Like the difference
The
between
language, everything, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Literally.
like Nairobi, Kenya to India to Scotland. I mean, it's so different everywhere.
Do you get out and like travel or like check out, like, be a tourist, if you will, and kind of do that stuff? Or is it pretty tough? It's just kind of hotel golf course.
Yeah, a lot of the time it's a hotel golf course. Sometimes if we have a really early tee time and it's easy to get to the city or do something, we'll do that. Like when we were in Africa, we did safaris and that sort of thing. And sometimes, like I missed the cut in Italy, so we went to Rome for a couple days. So we try to do some of that, but a lot of the times it's just kind of golf course to the hotel
Yeah.
and back.
Any food adventures?
I try. I try to keep it pretty standard with the food. I don't need to be getting sick out there.
Yeah, you got to be careful. And that's the tough part. It's like if you want to make the cut, but if you're in Kenya, it's like I can't do anything unless I MC. So it's like,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah,
It's,
we just had like a morning tea time and went on a safari in the afternoon. And, sometimes the golf comes kind of second to because you're like, I'm in Kenya or I got to go on a safari. Like
you
that's,
have to. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, we went on a couple in South Africa that were really cool also. Saw everything,
That's
lions,
awesome.
leopards. Yeah.
So cool. So not only did you make your first major already, but you made the cut, which is a huge accomplishment when you look at the talent in that field. You finished with the T63. Talk about when that moment for you was, holy crap, I'm playing in the Open Championship too. I'm looking to play my best golf here. Like when did that kick in at any point for you, or was it always like I'm here to do my job?
Yeah, I mean, I was there just to do my job and treated it kind of like any other tournament. I'm not going to the Open and being like, "Oh, it's the Open. I don't even care if I make the cut." Like, I'm there to make the cut and try to play as best as I can, and make some money too. So it was always kind of like business as usual. It was really cool, like in the atmosphere, the practice rounds and everything, but I knew I was there to make the cut, and I knew my game was good enough too. So I wish I would have played a little better once I made the cut, but at least I got one of the goals down.
Yeah, shooting a 66 on Friday with 7 birdies isn't too bad.
Yeah.
I saw this pretty cool picture of you kind of walking up this ridiculous hill. Talk about the course, the condition, maybe even that photo right there, and kind of take us through that.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that photo yet. I hope it wasn't after I hit probably the worst golf shot of the week out of
Oh,
anyone
sorry.
on 16, and I had to walk down that hill and try to hit a golf ball that's in a foot long of grass at my eyes. But yeah, the course was really awesome. I thought it set up good for my game. It was really fair but tough, and it was pretty cool on Friday just to kind of have the game kind of click and get everything going and shoot that round to make the weekend. But I played solid on the weekend too, just a few bad mistakes that I wish I could have fixed, and I would have probably saved me 4 to 6 shots just with a couple 2-3 shots.
Shooting that 66, were you riding adrenaline, or was it like I'm staying in my game one shot at a time? Like how was that stretch of golf?
Yeah, it was more just like one shot at a time. I got a good start. I birdied the first hole, and then just kind of I knew I needed to finish around 1 or 2 over total. So I didn't need to do anything too special. So I just kind of played safe, and I just kept hitting shots where I was looking, and then I made a couple putts, and then as I got more ahead of the cut line, I was able to get a little bit more aggressive, start playing for more birdies, I thought. And just one of those days when you kind of like, I'm going to hit it 10 feet right of the pin, and maybe if it draws in, it draws in, and then you hit it 10 feet right of the pin type of thing.
Harry's familiar with that.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Talk about your hometown, Libby, Montana, way up there in the northwest corner of Montana near Idaho and the border of Canada. And how does one become a top flight college golfer and then a professional golfer from such a place like that?
I mean, we have an 18-hole course, so I played golf growing up out here and, picked up a club when I was really young and practiced a lot. But I played a lot of tournaments outside of the state because, I mean, you got to play against some of the best competition to kind of get you ready for that. So I played a lot of golf all summer outside of Montana and kind of the biggest tournaments that I could get into. And I played basketball in the winter. I kind of put the golf clubs away, and I think it helped me, develop other skills and use my athleticism better and kind of not get burnt out in golf. So I was glad to not be playing golf all year round growing up. I think some kids get burnt out doing that by the time they get to college even. And then when I went to college and was able to play golf all year round, I think I used it well and improved a lot. So yeah, not a whole lot of guys coming out of Montana, but it's definitely
Right.
possible.
Was the goal always to be in professional golf, or did that sort of kick in when you went to Arizona State?
No, the goal is always professional golf. I mean, going to Arizona State just kind of solidified it a little more because you don't really go to Arizona State to golf unless you want to take it to the next level.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah,
That facility they
Oh
have
yeah,
there
that's
is
what I was going to
amazing.
ask you about.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Moose.
yeah,
No, no, you're good.
yeah, yeah. So professional golf is always the end goal, and I'm just happy that I can be actually doing it and living it out.
Talk about that Arizona State experience, Pac-12 champions. Harry mentioned the facilities. What was that like for you when you get on campus and talk about if you could redo life again, Harry? Right? Like
Yeah,
that's got to be on the list.
Yeah, ASU's high up there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
talk about that experience for you.
Yeah, it was just an awesome experience overall. I had some of the best teammates, and I was actually just one of our donors that we had during college. He comes up to Montana for a month every summer, and I was driving through, so I met him for lunch, and we were talking, and it was like some of the guys I played with. It's crazy how many guys are out on tours that I played golf with in college, like Kevin Yu and David Pooge, Mason Anderson. A lot of these guys are having so much success that we were teammates and just playing college golf together just a few years ago.
So talk about what's up next. What's your next tournament? What are you prepping for now? I know you're back in Montana, but kind of what does this
Yeah.
week look like for you?
This week is just kind of relaxed. I'm actually gonna go play golf with my parents after this, do a little fishing. Went out on the river yesterday and just couldn't believe how beautiful it is up here, and it was just like a perfect day. So I'm excited to be back here and get to spend some time. And then the next tournament will be in Aberdeen, Scotland, and we'll leave in about a week and a half for that. So and
Talk
that's
about what about your caddy? Is it somebody you know? Is it a childhood friend, or who do you have
yeah,
on the bag?
yeah, my best friend since high school. Actually lives about a mile away from me. He grew up about a mile away. We went fishing
That's awesome.
yesterday. Yeah, it's been fun with him. Hopefully we can start playing a little better golf this next coming stretch. But yeah, it's good to have someone that I'm comfortable with and like to be around with all the travel, especially on the bag. And we're just learning every week, kind of.
Well, now you got one win already under your belt. You're 40th in the road to Dubai, which is like the sort of like the playoffs here for the PGA Tour. What do you have to do to get onto the PGA Tour? Because I imagine that's one of your next goals.
Yeah, I would definitely like to get back to America. A 2-hour flight between tournaments sounds really nice. Top 10 in the Race to Dubai rankings that don't already have their PGA Tour card get it. So
Okay.
I think last year it went down to like the 18th ranked guy, maybe. This year it's looking like maybe not quite as far down, but definitely still a possibility and still probably the main goal of mine.
So Riggs, the one thing that touched me over the weekend, I'm a grandmom's boy, right? And I lost my grandmom about 6 years ago, and she was super close to me. And I saw Vicky, your grandmom, was able to be out there with you. Talk about that experience and what that meant.
Yeah, it meant a lot. She loves more than anything coming to watch me play golf, and she's always been kind of a legend out there in college where my mom didn't hardly miss a tournament, and you play 36-hole wrap like days in hot weather, and she was always walking the whole thing. And just, it's kind of unbelievable. I'm not going to be doing that when I'm 80 something years old. I know that, but she's just such a trooper out there. And for her to be able to come across the pond and watch me play in a major it's like one of her biggest dreams to do. So it was pretty cool to have her out walking and, just supporting.
Yeah,
Incredible.
that's really special. That's an awesome moment that I'm sure you'll treasure forever. I'm sure you probably haven't had a moment to watch our show yet, but we are Philly based. All of us went to Temple University and kind of love the Philly golf scene. So I always close out our guests with a question asking, have you been to the Philadelphia area? And if so, what is your favorite golf course there?
I don't think I've been to the Philadelphia area ever. No.
Is there a Philly course that's on the bucket list for you?
I got to be honest, I'm not really too familiar with the Philly courses either.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We have an embarrassment of riches of golf. Pine Valley, we kind of claim, even though that's Jersey.
Cool.
The Truist was just hosted in Philadelphia. So we have a bunch of courses, but take a look. And when we have you on after your next win, we can talk about that.
All right.
Get you out here for some Philly golf.
We'll get you to Philly. We'll get you to Philly and get you out on some courses for sure.
The 2030 U.S.
One of my good
Open's at
buddies.
Marion.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, so we'll see you at Marion.
Or
That's
the
what
we're
PGA next year at Aronimink.
That's true.
Yeah.
What were we going to say? What were we going to say? One of your buddies?
One of my buddies that did the social media on the ASU teams from Philly, big Eagles fan, and we were close.
Go Birds.
Oh yeah. I don't even want to tell you who I'm
We're
a fan
obnoxious.
of. So we don't need to get into that once you hear who I'm a fan of. So
No, we can
you're a
let that
Cowboys
go.
fan. We're just gonna. Oh God, we liked you, Ryggs.
I know.
It was going so well.
I was
was
hoping
going
it was
well.
at least. I was hoping it was at least the Broncos or something.
God, adios.
No, it's
Well,
him and I
this
go back and
relationship
forth
was
all the
great,
time.
short-lived.
I thought the Carson Wentz angle from up in that way would have brought you some
Yeah.
Philly love.
Little
but, man.
bit.
Yeah.
No,
Oh man.
Well, Ryggs,
You know.
we appreciate you joining us. It's an awesome journey. I mean, there's different ways to do it, but I think the fact that you're getting to see the world right now is incredible. And we wish you all the best and continued success. And we know with what you're doing already is going to pay off. So can't wait to get you back on after your next win.
yes, sir. Well, I appreciate you guys having me. That was fun.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no
Appreciate your
doubt.
time. Enjoy
We'll
playing
talk
with your
soon.
parents. See ya.
All right, sounds good.
All right, guys, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Swing It and Ding It. Awesome to talk to Ryggs Johnston. I mean, what a story.
Yeah.
Traveling the world, goes from Libby, Montana, a population of 3,000, to Arizona State, Pac-12 champ, goes on the PGA Tour Americas, wins the Australian Open in his second start on the tour, goes to the Open, makes the cut. I mean, now he's just out fishing and hanging out with his
It
parents.
sounds like he's doing it right? He's like, taking a little bit of time off, going to play some golf with the parents, fish a little bit.
Yeah, and I think he was on all academic team too in the Pac-12. So smart guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we showed restraint, Harry. We didn't bring up that he was named after Mel Gibson's character in Lethal
Well,
Weapon.
yeah.
Well, we heard it enough this weekend.
Dan
right?
Hicks must have told me that 20 times over the weekend. So
Yeah, if you took a shot for every time you heard that, you'd be hammered.
So, he played in the Open Championship, and what an Open Championship it was, and what an all-time performance by Scotty Scheffler. Gets leg number 3 already, his 4th major, and it's incredible just being able to watch this, right? Like I say before, I was late, to golf, and I didn't get to witness Tiger week in, week out in his prime. Him winning the Masters really inspired the show to be launched, but just watching him, and you see the ratings, even when it's a runaway, are higher and higher and higher because people just want to see greatness. They want to see excellence, and that's what we're seeing with Scotty. And now the Sunday of the U.S. Open at Shinnecock is on his 30th birthday. So isn't that interesting? That's a storyline.
What a way to wrap.
I wonder
up
if his
a
college is
Grand
going to throw.
Slam.
Yeah, is this college going to throw him in the 30 under 30? I mean, it's a little accomplished a decent amount in those first 30 years of life.
He's one of 6 now that has won 4 majors before he turned 30. I mean, he's, every time he does something, he gets in more rarefied air. And you brought up, Tiger Woods, and, everybody hates to make comparisons to Tiger Woods, but I mean, we're seeing this in real time right now, playing out. And, can he continue this on for the next 10, 12, 15 years? We don't know. But right now, he is playing Tiger Woods type of golf. I mean, that I feel very secure in saying that. I watched it before, and that's what we're seeing again. Who knows if he's ever, he's going to get to double-digit majors at some point. Who knows? But in the moment right now, when he putts like this, nobody can touch him in the field. He blows away fields.
Oh yeah.
When he putts like this, when he putts average to even below average, he wins golf tournaments. So seeing him putt this past weekend was unbelievable, and it was. I know you got to make a TV show out of it. If you're NBC, you got to keep people sort of interested. I mean, he's only 6 shots ahead of this guy.
Linguistic gymnastics, I called it on
X.
Yes,
exactly. And I know they have to do that, and I get it, and it's not easy to do. But nobody was catching him, and everybody knew it. Yeah, I mean,
Justin Ray, it's the longest streak since Tiger Woods, who did it 37 consecutive times, and that is holding the outright 54-hole lead on tour. That was his 10th consecutive win.
And it's interesting when you hate the comparisons, but when you see age one, the number when he won his majors, and obviously Scotty dealt with a little bit of an injury in the beginning of the year at the hand. Obviously he served his time, he went to jail.
Right.
He's reformed, and now he's on the other side of that. He's
reassess life.
He did time, man. He did an hour or two in the jail cell.
Did some stretching, but it is so fun to watch what he is doing, and he's the most unassuming person. Like you see him like on Jimmy Fallon, you see him at the Happy Gilmore stuff. He's just so like out of his element.
He's literally like holding. He's like, "Hey, I'm here." He just, like you said, out of his element. He's like, "Why do I have to be doing these tours?" Like, not tours. But
he's not at the Harbor Bar.
Things.
Right? You don't see him out party. Like,
well, how cool was that? Ryggs said he was at the halfway house after the he's probably just chilling.
Yeah, you weren't going to get the Shane Lowry celebration out of Scotty.
No, or the Bryson tour of the neighborhood, and then every single location up and down.
Yeah.
But another thing Scotty has right here, he becomes the 4th player to make over 90 million in career earnings. He's at 90,996,470.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Teddy Scott's the second highest earner on the PGA Tour this year, from what I saw.
Right? Making more than, the players.
So let's talk about the rest of the guys. Harris English, who's been on a heater, right? Comes up at clean second place. Got her up, who just followed up. I mean, this guy likes links golf, right? Yeah. And then you had the T4. You have Lee, which was a crazy story. I mean, hanging around that whole time. Fitz, Wyndham Clark again plays well in a major, and then you got the T7. You had Xander, Bobby Mack, Rory, finishing out the top 10 with Corey Connors, who snuck in there. Brian Harmon, Henley, and Bryson, who, if Bryson did not have his opening round that he had, he would have been in and running there.
Yeah, I mean, he scratches out a top 10 after that opening round 78 was really impressive. I mean, he had to scramble to make the cut, which I think was at +2 if I remember, or +1. I think it was +1. 65 he shot on Friday to make the cut, and then he pulls out a 68 and a 64 over the weekend. So really impressive stuff from Bryson. I was impressed with Dustin Johnson, actually, making an appearance and actually staying the weekend and playing some really good golf. He had an opening round 73, but then he had 3 rounds in the 60s. Some of the old guys like Mickelson, Justin Leonard, Sergio Garcia all made the cut.
Justin making the cut
was cool. Yeah, and a cut of +1 seems crazy to me for an Open Championship. But then when you look at the terrific weather they had virtually no wind to speak of, and there's only 52 bunkers on the golf course, which is about half the normal links course that the Rota goes to. So there wasn't as many places to get yourself in trouble, I guess. And with no wind, those guys, you give them a couple days on that golf course, they started to figure it out. Yeah. And you could tell. You could just see the approach on certain holes. But, man, I was really impressed with Royal Portrush this time. I didn't really appreciate it when they played it back in 2019 when Lowry won it. But this time, that place looks really cool.
It does. Yeah. I mean, you saw a little bit of weather and what it did, but I mean, it looked incredible.
Yeah.
Right. When it was, and I get it. Like people want to see the struggle, but
I don't.
I hate rain so much.
Yeah,
and
me too.
I hate when you have golf plans and it rains.
Yeah.
That I don't want to see it rain. I want to
either.
see good conditions and great shots.
I feel bad for the caddies when it gets like that too, because they're
When I
winners.
was caddying one time on the bag and it started raining, I was like, this has got to be the worst job
It's
that
terrible.
one could ever do.
Yeah.
Especially if your player's taller than you. You have the bag, you're holding the umbrella up, you're trying to keep the gloves dry underneath. I'm like, this is for the birds.
Yeah. I don't like the interior out of bounds though on the first hole at Royal Pool.
That was
Rush.
wild.
That's stupid to me. And if you heard how it was explained,
Yeah.
it came about because they didn't own the property to the left of the first hole. They do now. It's the 18th hole.
Yeah.
So, but they don't want to change it because of tradition.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
get a couple of core horses and cows back out there. Then,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
If you-
exactly.
You want to keep it authentic? Let's go all the way.
Exactly. But you brought up Harris English. He's now 6th in the Ryder Cup standings, which is an automatic pick.
Yep.
So he's not a captain's pick right now, playing some great golf, has a win this year. And you mentioned Goddard. He's 22nd in the Ryder Cup standings. There's some whispers, that he might be maybe a captain's pick. What do you think about that?
It's interesting to see like this week, right? I want to see how he plays coming off of that, right? Was he just riding a high?
He's the favorite.
It changed a little bit, obviously, because
it did.
Yeah,
okay.
Siwoo was at the top, but just the way they jumped
Shaking
out,
that.
right? We're recording while it's in progress, but
Right.
I'm very curious. And Harris English is like, he's got the experience. He played when they won. I mean, does the guy look like he gets bothered by anything? He looks like the kind of guy you would hate to play against. Like this guy is just unflappable. So I mean, listen, not the flashiest guy in the world, right?
No.
Not the most, but dynamic person in the world. But a hell of a golfer. He still wears the old school FootJoys. I love it.
Yep.
I love that. Yeah. It's classic looking.
Yeah, he's a guy that I see him winning a PGA championship. That's the major I see Harris English winning.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Yep.
So a great Open championship overall, right? A great performance out of Scotty. That broadcast tried to bend that thing any way it could to Rory, but it wasn't.
Well, I had him. I
You
watched
should
every
see the
shot.
comments I was getting on Brad's thing. Like, it was people are just like, come, there's other people playing. It's not just the Rory show, everything else. But it's like, they tried.
I watched every shot of his, and he played some great golf. There's no doubt about it. But every time he'd get on a little run, he'd kick himself in the teeth with a bogey. He kind of couldn't get on that. He had he shoot 66, I think, the one day. But basically every other day he was like 1 or 2, 3 under par, and could never seem to really sustain it. I guess he'd get off to a good start and then make a bogey and stall. But David Toms is the guy that Harris English reminds me of from the old school days, like 20 years ago on tour.
Okay.
David Toms. And he has a PGA championship.
And I know we walked the line here with Rory, and I don't want to bash Rory, but last week when you see him, like he looks up at the camera and then he like pats Goddard up on the back. Like he seems so forced. And then his interview, when he basically alluded that he wasn't there to win the Open. He was just there to celebrate with the fans, his Masters win. It's like, okay, do you have that
wanted
deep
to win?
of-
Come on.
Like, do you have that deep a connection to Northern Ireland? Like, how often
No.
are you there, dude?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It's just
And,
like if you were leading and Scotty wasn't up by 6 shots, I think your answer would have been a little bit different.
Yeah.
But here's the problem: when the camera's in your face 24/7,
Yeah.
you could say 99 great things. The 100th thing is going to sound idiotic. So I give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt there, but it's sometimes it's insufferable.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're coming over to my side of the street. I'm telling you.
I'm going to
I
remain
digress.
neutral.
Yeah, exactly. I guess we can cancel our next Brad Faxon appearance on Swing It and Ding It. Hopefully he's not listening.
Our 29-minute mark. Cut it. Edit it,
Rory's
cut it out.
putting so well because of Brad Fax.
He is.
Are you kidding?
He is. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
And if it weren't for Rory recommending a mallet putter to Scotty Scheffler, we might not see this run.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Wow,
Thanks,
look at
Roars.
Harry coming to Roar's defense.
Yeah.
Let's go. What's happening here?
It's polarizing.
I actually wanted to, you brought up a good point with the putters because Scotty Cameron, not Scheffler, just dropped the Phantom Black line. There was 4 different inspired prototypes. We saw those probably like 4 or 5 months ago, meaning Brad and I, because we had to capture all the content and get it ready for release. But there's the 5.5, the 7, the 9.2R, which is like a rounded and an 11. They're tour black finish, milled face, custom alignment. They're all made to kind of be tour inspired. But they hit shops tomorrow, select Titleist shops, which is July 25th. But the price point, do you guys know the price point of these?
$650 or more.
$749.99.
So $750. Wow.
Would you pay $750 for a putter? Be honest.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes.
Moose?
Moose would. Of course he would.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, okay, well then is there something psychological with that? Like if you're holding a $750 putter, does that help or hurt if you're, in a match with your boys, and you're putting under pressure?
I'm not good enough to play with a $750 putter.
But Harry, would you rather drop $750 on a putter, a new driver, lessons, or a weekend golf trip?
It's almost you can't get a driver anymore for less than $650 if you're
great.
buying it new.
It's crazy.
Right,
That's why I wanted to bring up this debate kind of or discussion around this.
I like that 350 range. I mean, listen, our friends over at Makefield Putters make a phenomenal putter.
Yeah,
they do it right. They do it here, and
you're not paying $750 for it.
You're not paying $750 for it. That's for sure.
And you get a magnetic clip rather than the Velcro.
Right. Yes.
And you can get a putting lesson with Dindo while you're at it too.
Very true.
You could get the best of both worlds if you
for under $750, right?
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Well, a great Open Championship for sure. The major season is over already. Man, it flew by, and now
how was that the last major of the year? What?
I know,
but I don't think I've been as excited for an event as I am for the Ryder Cup at Bethpage. I cannot wait. It's cool how there's still so much up in the air right now. But
are you going?
We're working on it. We're talking to the team there. We're trying to put something together. We're trying to do something like we did for Truist, but it's a little bit harder for this one. But yeah. I curious to see how.
We'll say we're U.S. citizens. We also want to be paid for going there. But you know what? Actually, on that topic, all these guys who won't play for their country and want to be paid to play for their country will show up to the Happy Gilmore premiere and be in the Happy Gilmore movie for free.
For nothing.
Dedicating their time and being in the Happy Gilmore movie for free. But go play for my country? Essentially the Olympics? Pay me.
Yeah. Netflix isn't making any money off of that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Isn't it the same thing?
All right.
Wow. That was an early tea spill, but let's roll right into the tea.
Sorry, I'm on one today. All right, after 30 years behind the mic, Ian Baker Finch is signing off. The longtime CBS analyst announced his retirement, and he'll wrap up his, what Harry calls, legendary run after his final 2 events with CBS.
You hate to see it.
So cheers to a classy farewell from Harry Mays himself.
I don't know if I can watch now with no more IBF.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard.
Who do you think the replacement is?
Jeez. Well, I threw my hat into the ring. I sent CBS Golf a tweet. I said, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. Put me in, coach.
Yeah. Well, I was listening to Graham McDowell doing some of the broadcasting over the weekend. The first 2 rounds of the Open, he did some of the stuff on USA. He was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough, too, because, I remember when Smiley first started doing it, and at first we were like, but it's tough. And you have to, but if you go back to his first broadcast, that's the thing. A lot of people, these first couple times, it's like, you listen to it, there's nerves. It's just like anything.
We talked to Brad about it too when we had Brad on. Like he has gotten so good at it, right?
So
but in the beginning, he talked about how he just remained quiet a lot just to listen and hear how things happen.
Yeah, pick your
and
spots.
his wife was Adam. Dory would be like, "You breathe into the mic." She's like,
Heavy.
"Stop it! Do this, do that." She was like his number one critic, giving him the feedback, and he'd be like, "Are you hearing this?" I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I hear that, but yeah, you improve. So whoever's out there, we got to give him a little bit to adapt. But Harry's proven. I give a thumbs up behind Harry's name.
Yeah,
and he can take criticism. We know.
Oh
that.
Yeah. Sam Torrance. I said Sam Torrance. CBS Golf should hire him. I didn't even know IBF was stepping down. So now there's a spot. Bring him in. He's terrific.
He is. He is.
Yeah.
This isn't really tea, but something I saw on social and I thought was pretty cool. Beth Page's parking lot in the morning, full blown Hunger
It's
Games.
awesome.
200 to 300 people show up every morning hoping to snag a walk up golf spot. Guys are sleeping in their cars, setting alarms, barbecuing just to maybe tee it up. And a lot of people are saying, like, hey, with all this tech we have, like, why does this still happen? But honestly, I kind of love it. It's old school, it's gritty. Like, it's like you're waiting in line for like a release of sneakers or something, but it's like you're earning your round on one of the best public tracks in the country. I think it's awesome.
It's awesome. When we went, Greeny, his brother lives in Bethpage. So if you live, you could book advanced tee times,
nice.
which is awesome because he booked the times for us. But you still, you got to get there. You don't know exactly what time you're going to go out. But yeah, when we were there, not like the day before, I think you get your time.
I remember you telling us this, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was cool because you see the people lined up for the next day and they're all in their cars, and now it's become RVs. Guys are barbecuing, and the staff is great. They're out there at 4:30 in the morning, and like
everyone's smiling, and
yeah. And
in
sometimes you can get on different courses. You could play, the red. They're great courses.
They have like 5 or 6 courses there, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The one guy's like, "This is my 200th round this year." I'm like, that math is not mathing that way.
One of the coolest golf experiences I've had for sure was going up and playing Bethpage.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Just seeing them like waiting, it was pretty neat. Tiger Woods spotting at the U.S. Junior Championship, but he was wearing spikes, just going up and down, watching Charlie, but just a total dad move, wearing the golf spikes. But imagine playing against Charlie and just like looking over and seeing Tiger like in his spikes following. Like, got to be a little bit of pressure for whoever's paired with Charlie.
Yeah, and Charlie moved up quite a bit in the rankings after he won that event at Stream Song a couple of weeks ago. That was a big event. And he's now into the top 20, I believe,
in the
rankings, which means like, Division I, big time teams. He might find himself with Stanford. Who knows?
You think he's going to get any NIL money?
None. Zero.
Right.
Silly. I think I DM'd you guys a picture of was it Texas Tech or something like that?
Yes.
Their football parking lot. They're all like Lambos, and like I'm like,
that was Texas, I believe. University of Texas.
Yeah. Their football team, but still, I looked at, and like Drew was saying last week, like it's dangerous to give a guy that much money. I remember working, like when I worked with the Magic, and Glenn Big Baby was talking about how when he got a lot of money being broke, and then all of a sudden turning 19, 20 years old and just getting this cash. He's like, it was terrible.
Before you get a briefcase full of cash, and now you can get it legit. We got a lot of good feedback on Drew last week. People really enjoyed hearing his perspective on things. So it was cool.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Taylor made photoshopped Scotty's hairline, or so we think? They have a side-by-side comparison of him with the trophy, or not with the trophy, pardon me, just with his putter with a fist pump, like all excited, closing it out. Because, we saw some emotion from him. And there's the regular photo, and then there's one from TaylorMade. And it's one thing to Photoshop, but it was a bad Photoshop. It looked like they put some, like, I don't know, they took my hair and put it on Scotty's head or something. It was funny, but I was like, come on, who cares about his hairline? The guy is, just finished a career Grand Slam.
Yep.
Well, not yet.
Oh, not yet. Yeah,
not yet.
Yeah. Almost.
But it was really cool. I don't know if you guys kind of noticed this, but seeing him play that final round with Hao Tung Lee, they were having a good time. It seemed like in the moment there, Scotty knows that, about the 14th hole that he's probably going to win the tournament, right? And he was having fun. Like they were chatting it up, which is, you never saw that with Tiger on the final day of a major championship, even when he had it won. He was, tunnel vision.
Dialed, in there. Just like how, Bryson and Rory didn't say a word to him. It's, Scotty's just like, it's fine. We're good. Mike Trout shared some Trout National pictures saying like, hey, we're getting more memberships. Everything's coming together. Course looks awesome. Yeah.
Moose has that iHeart membership on deck down there, right?
I reached out to the folks there. They said they're not really ready to come on the air yet.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're waiting, hopefully soon. But that is the tee, brought to you by Wear SPF. Looking for sun protection that actually works and feels great? Wear SPF by PGA Pro Justin Thomas has you covered on and off the course. Dermatologist tested and sweat resistant. It's broad spectrum SPF that won't mess up your swing or your skin. From the first tee to everyday life, protect yourself like the pros. Shop now at wearspf.com. That's wearspf.com, and stay sun safe all year long.
Speaking of Ryder Cup, how about the 2031 in Spain?
Yeah, that was just announced,
Wow.
right? Was
I
it
didn't see
Valderrama?
Oh, really?
Is it Valderrama? Because
I didn't see it.
Been
I don't
there
know.
before.
No, I think it's somewhere. Hang on, I just
Somewhere
looked
else?
it up.
Okay.
Yeah, it says so excited to host at the Camaral Resort in Girona. I know I'm butchering this.
Oh, okay.
Great
Yeah, thank
golf
God I
course
didn't
in a
have to read
beautiful
that.
part of Spain. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Costa Brava, Barcelona, Catalona, Spain. Yeah, it's in the northeast. But I mean, the
Oh,
John
wait.
Rahm, the
I just
Sergio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just pulled up X to see if I could help you find it, and I saw from Nuclear Golf that Bryson DeChambeau supposedly spoke to People magazine at the Happy Gilmore 2 premiere, and he was telling everybody that he's ready to take on Rory at the Ryder Cup, and quote, "I'll be chirping in his ear this time." Now, if we go up against each other, I mean, you can be sure of it. I'm going to get in his ear a little bit. So I guess he's not, even if Rory's silent, he's going to be chirping him.
I love the
great.
gamesmanship. I love the gamesmanship for sure.
And for him to be talking about it at the Happy premiere, that comes out tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, yeah. I'm hoping I could download it for my flight to Monterey, California.
Wow.
We all want to be Moose.
67 and sunny are 2 golf days. I mean,
Perfect.
It's perfection. I cannot wait. I was hoping to get a couple rounds in more beforehand, but did not. So we're going out with the game we have, and we'll try our best out there, Harry.
Yep.
How's the Harry Mays game? Oh yeah, I'll be.
I played the other day at Lulu. Had a pretty nice round. Made a birdie, a couple of pars. It's kind of like I'm making a birdie or two every time I go out now, which is really cool because that never used to happen. So, played Bluebell last week on Friday, and came away really impressed with the condition of that place. Their greens are great, and really nice club. That's the third time I was over there, but I'm starting to really like it over there now.
I've never played there.
Yeah, it's nice. It's an Arnold Palmer design too, which is the same as TPC Twin Cities.
Oh wow,
is an Arnold Palmer.
That's right near Cedarbrook too, right? Like right around the corner.
Bluebell's not far from Cedarbrook, correct? Yeah, they're very.
My in-laws live like right across the street. I drive past it all the time.
Yeah,
I gotta get out there. Danielle, have the clubs been out for you?
No, but I did. I know I've said this 500 times. Don't listen back to all the episodes and count how many. But I was at Jupiter Hills the other day, and I told Neil, I was like, I need to come get fitted. Like, it's time, whatever. And I literally wrote it on my list here. Like, you need to get your clubs fit. So I think my mom might fly down just so we have some additional help here. I'm going to go get fitted, get all new clubs, and make it a goal to try to, start getting out at least once a week if possible.
Nice. I took the 7 wood out of the bag and put the 3 wood back in for Pebble. I remember specifically hitting multiple shots with the 3 wood. Mm-hmm. And the 7 wood, I need more work on the range with it. I'm losing it. When I hit it great and pure, it's like nothing else. It sounds like nothing else.
Yeah.
But when I miss it, it's bad. It's a bad miss.
So wait, you said you took that out and put what in?
The 3 wood back in.
3 wood. Okay.
Yeah. I took the 3 wood out for that. So, we'll see how it goes, and then I come back and I play Galloway, which I love. I love getting out on Galloway too.
I've heard that's a great spot
with the great Bruce and Josh Lev from Lev Lane, sponsors of our golf outing. Speaking of, signups continue to happen. We're getting close to probably trying to wrap it up. Yeah. When you look at our sponsor foursomes and the stuff we have to fill out, we are getting tight, and we have some really cool stuff that we're adding back into it this year. Adding new to it this year. So really looking forward to that. But
amazing. I can't wait.
Yeah. All right.
I'm sporting some of the new gear here.
Yeah.
Swing it and ding it gear.
Danielle, package should be arriving today or tomorrow for you too.
Oh, that's exciting. I'll do a little unboxing.
And there's a Philly golf rope hat.
I saw that at the
that?
What they're selling it at,
and it's got the Legacy Club on there. Yeah,
I saw the rope. I was like, oh, that's all Moose. He put that together. That's clean.
Legacy Club Pro Shop available for a limited time. See how that.
I owe Rach a text because she sent me. She was with somebody like last week, I guess, down at the shore, and the black on black, and she's like, "Excuse me, I need this hat." And I forgot.
Someone had it on.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
She sent
really?
me a text. I can forward it to you. She's
I'll
like, "Where
give
do
her
I
one.
get one of these?"
I
I was
actually
like,
have some here that I brought in for the peeps.
"There
So
you go.
I was
Drop it
wearing
off
one
at
of
our office."
I was wearing one of the Philly golf polos the other day at Lulu.
I had the
Black and
pullover on the
black.
other day, and someone called
the
me out on
merch the
that too.
merch site's coming soon. But yeah,
It
this
is.
is
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that one's so clean. I
That's
love it.
that's dark green actually
yeah
in the lettering
yeah.
there.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
wait, that one's coming to my house?
that's a good one.
I believe so.
I
I don't
like
know
that.
if you want. I could if he didn't let me know. I have more of these. I can
Yeah,
send
that
you one.
black
But
with green, it's clean.
yeah, I'll give one.
It's
I'll give one to
Imperial
Rach.
headwear, right?
Yeah, our great
Yeah.
ABS
Wow.
swag. They are the best. Alex Epstein, awesome. He's the one that's helping us launch our merch site too.
Can you shoot me that info too? Because I need some stuff for my biz.
Oh yeah, he is the best. The
Awesome.
best. Yeah. All right, so the 3M Open, 2 events left in the regular season. Cannot even believe it.
Yeah, what?
Let's start with the course, of course, with Harry Mays. We talked about the water, TPC
Yeah.
Twin Cities.
Yeah, Arnold Palmer designed back in 2000. Steve Wentzloff actually did a renovation of this in 2018. It's a par 71, 7,431 yards, bent grass all over the place. So the greens, the fairways, the approaches, but the rough is bluegrass rough, and they've got it to about 4 inches this week for the 3M. 72 sand bunkers, 27 water hazards. Yes, you heard me correctly. 27 water hazards on the golf course, and it's in play. Water is on 15 of the 18 holes. Typical Arnold Palmer design, though, wide fairways. He always gives you a good, forgiving off the tee kind of approach. 35 and a half yards average width of the fairways. Nice and wide. This place used to be a sod farm, so you got great grass there. Only 3 par 5s, but that includes the 18th hole. And I'm not going to go over the holes because every one of them is the same. A dog leg with water on one or both of the sides and a lot of sand. So the par 5 18th hole is where it's going to come down to. Somebody's going to make an eagle and probably win the golf tournament. So Tony Finau has a good history here. There's a couple guys here that have played really well each and every time they go, sort of horse for course type of tournament.
No doubt. Yeah, you had Johnny Vegas.
Yep, won it last year.
Lee Hodges snuck one in there, and then Finau in 22. The updated Bet Parx leaderboard. Let's see the line with Bet Parx. All right, so it's updated now. Siwoo is up. Sam Stevens, Sam Burns, who was the leader going in at 1,800 and got her up at 2,000. I'm curious. A couple guys I'm really watching. Wyndham Clark, right after that T4, right, to see how he bounces back. Everyone's kind of keeping an eye on Homa to see what happens with him. Actually, Kevin Kisner jumped out. He's the leader right now.
Is he
He's
really?
3 under through 5.
Nice.
On this course. But who are you looking at here?
I took Grillo in the one and done. I think I was the only one who took him. He's just point to point, hits it straight. If he putts really well, I'll have a chance to win. I took him in a top 10. Jacob Bridgman is another guy who's having a really good season. I like him in a top 20. Luke Clanton, top 20. And Jake Knapp, also in a top 20. Those are some guys that have stood out to me this week. I stayed away from, everybody's going to took Goddard or Burns or Finau pretty much in the one and done.
Yeah,
Who'd you take in the one and done?
I had
took
Clark
Grillo.
left. Oh yeah, Grillo.
Oh,
Yeah.
you took Wyndham?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I did. Yeah. All right, we'll see how it goes. 3M Open,
Yeah.
cool course to watch. Definitely shows pretty well, especially with all the water. A little bit different than last couple weeks.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I will keep you posted on Pebble. We'll share some footage from out there for sure.
Definitely. Now, when do you leave? When do you come back?
I leave Sunday morning and I'm back Wednesday night.
Okay. So when do we want to record next week?
We'll see. We'll
Okay.
see about that.
I got to
maybe.
shout out 2 names here, though. The Pennsylvania Women's Amateur took place this week out in Western PA, and 2 1912 club members finished in the top 10.
Wow.
Angelina Tolentino, who won it last year, finished T4. She's at Vanderbilt University playing golf. And Rihanna Gunaratne, who's going to be going to Delaware to play golf, finished 9th. So
Nice.
good representation out of the 1912 club women at the YAM.
Love it.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, we'll be back next week. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Ryggs Johnston for hopping on, and great talking to him after a whirlwind in his golf world. So
now we got somebody to root for on the DP World Tour.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
let's
right.
go, Ryggs.
Good stuff. All right, talk next week.